Good day, my dear grade 5 pupils, and welcome to Sir DHEX at your service, English edition, where I will be discussing briefly our lesson in your modules for the week. And I hope that this video tutorial can help you understand your next lesson. So, I'm inviting all of you to watch as we learn all together. And I do believe that you've already got a hang of answering your modules, and I know that you are also excited now in working on your next lesson in our English module. But before that, I want you to watch this video because the next lesson is a bit complicated. Pero naniniwala naman ako na kayang-kaya nyo rin sagutan ang mga learning tasks in the modules or in the next lesson. Okay? So, let's start. What we're going to discuss now covers your English 5, Week 3, and Week 4 of your English modules. When we're reading, we often encounter words or words that are unfamiliar to us, right? Therefore, we need the help of a dictionary for us to find what is meant by that word. But what if the dictionary is not available? And we all know that it's not that convenient to carry or bring a dictionary anywhere, anytime. How can we know the meaning of a word? The most convenient way is through context clues. But what are context clues? Context clues are hints that an author gives to help define a difficult or unfamiliar word within a sentence or paragraph. The clue may appear within the same sentence as the word to which it refers, or it may follow in the next sentence. Context clues can also help when a word has more than one meaning. These words are called homographs. Context clues allow us to choose the specific meaning the author intended for that word at that time. If you're reading about a bear racing through the woods, for example, and he climbs a bank, context clues tell you it's a mound of dirt and not a place where people keep their money. Context clues simply mean that we can find the meaning of an unknown word within this sentence. So, ibig sabihin, ang context clues gives you a clue doon sa meaning ng unfamiliar word sa sentence mismo. Okay? Let's move on. Let's take a look at this example. Can you read the sentence for me, class? Very good. Now, let's read it all together. It was an idyllic day, sunny, warm, and perfect for a walk in the park. Again, it was an idyllic day, sunny, warm, and perfect for a walk in the park. Can you tell which is the difficult word in this sentence? Our difficult word is idyllic. Very good. Now, can you tell what that word means based on the clues in the sentence? Correct. The word idyllic means sunny, warm, and perfect. The context clue that we have here is synonym, because when you say idyllic, it means the same as sunny, warm, and perfect. So class, kapag sinabi nating synonyms, these are words that have the same meaning, or in Tagalog, mga salitang may parehas na kahulugan or kasing kahulugan. Understood? Okay, let's move on. Let's have another example. Can you read it for me again? Very good. Now, let's read it again all together. Most of my friends seem ordinary. However, my one friend did such bizarre things as painting all her fingernails with different colors. Again, most of my friends seem ordinary. However, my one friend did such bizarre things as painting all her fingernails with different colors. Can you tell which is the unfamiliar word in this sentence? Correct. The unfamiliar word is bizarre. What do you think is the clue given within the sentence for us to find out the meaning of this word? If your answer is ordinary as the clue word, you are correct. Ordinary, bizarre. So, if you've noticed, ordinary and bizarre are opposite in meaning. So, ibig sabihin, hindi sila magkasing kahulugan. Magkasalungat sila ng ibig sabihin. Therefore, based on the clue given, what do we mean by the word bizarre? Correct again. It means strange, odd, unusual, or different. So, for this word bizarre, the context clue that we have here is antonym because it gave us the opposite meaning of the two words. So before we continue discussing more about our lesson, it's very important, class, that you know how to analyze a sentence, and of course, it's very important that you also understand the sentence. Yun ang mahalaga. Naiintindihan nyo ang binasa nyo para malaman nyo ang kahulugan ng unfamiliar word doon sa sentence na binabasa ninyo. Dahil ulitin ko, ang context clue, nandun na mismo ang ibig sabihin sa loob ng pangungusap noong unfamiliar word na na-encounter nyo pag kayo ay nagbabasa. Okay? So at this point, let us now discuss the different types of context clues. And what I'm showing you here right now is the part in your lesson inside your module that discusses each type. Okay, so for number 1, we have synonym or restatement clue. Kanina, if you remember, in my previous example, I've already shown you an example sentence that has synonym as its context clue. Pero basahin na rin natin to. When you say synonym or restatement clue, it is a type of context clue that provides the synonyms or words to provide the meaning of an unfamiliar word or words. Let us now read the example. Lovey shouts continuously or all the time, and it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, so class, what is our highlighted word in the sentence? The highlighted word or the bold word is continuously. So, let's suppose na yung continuously is our unfamiliar word. Now, how do we know, how can we find the meaning of that word continuously in the sentence? So, eto, naka-underline na, di ba? All the time. So, meaning, continuously means all the time. So, it is an example of a synonym. So, the next type is definition or statement clue. It is a type of context clue that provides direct statement or meaning of the unfamiliar word or words. Ibig sabihin, pag definition, nandun na mismo sa sentence yung definition o yung ibig sabihin nung unfamiliar word in the sentence. Let us take a look at this example. Ossicles are the 3 small bones in the middle ear. Again, ossicles are the 3 small bones in the middle ear. So, what is our unfamiliar word? Obvious naman, di ba, naka-highlight na siya, ossicles. So, what do we mean by the word ossicles in the sentence? These are 3 small bones in the middle ear. So, if you've noticed, binigay niya na directly yung definition ng word na ossicles doon mismo sa sentence. Alright? Kaya, malalaman na natin agad what is meant by that difficult word or unfamiliar word dahil binigay na mismo or the definition is already given in the sentence. Another example. Anton's voice is inaudible. No one could hear it. So, what is our unfamiliar word? Inaudible. So, ano ibig sabihin ng word na inaudible? Ayan. So, again, the definition is in the sentence itself. No one could hear it. Therefore, pag pala sinabi natin inaudible, no one could hear it. Walang nakakarinig. So, alam na natin agad ang ibig sabihin. Malinaw, di ba? Alright. Let's move on to number 3. The antonym or contrast clue. It is a type of context clue that tells the opposite meaning of the difficult word and it shows contrast. Okay. So, kanina, if you remember also, I've already shown you an example of a sentence that has an antonym as its context clue. But let us examine these following examples inside your module. Japoy is gregarious unlike his shy sister. So, the highlighted word, which is our unfamiliar word, is gregarious. So, ano kaya yung opposite meaning ng gregarious or yung opposite word of gregarious? Nandito na rin sa sentence. So, if you've noticed, shy. So, Japoy is gregarious, but his sister is a shy person. So, doon pa lang, it gives you an idea what gregarious means. So, kung ang kapatid niya ay shy, si Japoy ay gregarious, therefore, we can say gregarious means friendly or sociable. Mahilig siyang makipagkaibigan. Diba? Samantalang yung kapatid niya ay mahiyain. Okay? Malinaw ba? Now, let's move on to the next example under antonym or contrast clue. The feral dog would scratch the wall unlike the friendly cat. Again, the feral dog would scratch the wall unlike the friendly cat. So, in our sentence, the bold word or the highlighted word is feral. So, we're going to find out the meaning of the word feral in the sentence. Now, since we're talking of the opposite meaning, the underlined word in this sentence is friendly. Therefore, it's obvious that the word feral is the opposite of friendly. When we say friendly, when you're talking of animals, diba ito yung maamo, mabait. So, that gives you an idea na yung feral ay what? Yes, wild or untamed or unfriendly. So, by looking at the opposite meaning of the word feral, you already got the idea of what the word feral means. Nakuha nyo? Ulitin natin ha. So, pag sinabing friendly, di ba? Nahawakan, maamo. But when you say feral, that's the opposite, which is wild, untamed, or unfriendly. Did you get it? Alright. So, let's move on to number 4. Explanation or example clue is a type of context clue that provides readers with varying examples to allow them fully examine the unfamiliar words. Words like including, such as, and for example, point out example clues. So in this type, for example, you've encountered an unfamiliar word while you are reading, and for you to find out what it is meant by that word, you are given examples related to that unfamiliar word. Did you understand? Okay, so let us read this example. Mammals, including cows, carabaos, and horses, are helpful animals. Again, mammals, including cows, carabaos, and horses, are helpful animals. So obviously, our unfamiliar word here is the word mammals, right? And you don't know, for example, you still don't know, or it is just your first time to read this word, and you want to find what is meant by this word. So through the examples given in the sentence, you will have an idea what do we mean by the word mammals. Okay, so what are these examples again? So when you say mammals, it includes cows, carabaos, and horses. So through these examples, the readers are given idea of what that unfamiliar word means. Nakuha nyo? Okay. Let us now read the second example under explanation or example clue. As a country in the Pacific Ring of Fire, the Philippines always experiences different natural calamities such as typhoons, earthquakes, and tsunamis. Again, as a country in the Pacific Ring of Fire, the Philippines always experiences different natural calamities such as typhoons, earthquakes, and tsunamis. In this sentence that we have just read, what is the unfamiliar word? Yes, you are correct. Natural calamities. And then, what are the examples given for this unfamiliar word, natural calamities? Let's look at the examples. Typhoons, earthquakes, and tsunamis. Therefore, these three examples give you an idea what is meant by natural calamities. So, through these examples, as a reader, you are given the meaning of natural calamities through examples. Did you get it? Alright. Okay, let's move on to number 5. Cause and effect or reason-result clue. It's a type of context clue that explains the reason and the result of an event or action. Words like because, since, therefore, thus, so, etc. may signal context clues. Okay, let's read the example given for number 5. The city government has implemented the community quarantine because experts want to stop or slow down the increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. Again, the city government has implemented the community quarantine because experts want to stop or slow down the increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. For instance, you as a reader just encountered the word quarantine for the first time, and you want to know what is meant by this word. So, in this type, what is given is the cause why the government implemented community quarantine. What is the reason why? Because experts want to stop or slow down the increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. So this type is an example of cause and effect. So through that cause and effect relationship, you as a reader are given or is given an idea what the word quarantine means. Therefore, community quarantine or quarantine means self-isolation or strict isolation. Nakuha nyo ba mga bata? Okay, thank you. Okay, we're down to the last two types of context clues. Let us discuss now number 6, comparison or sameness clue. It's a type of context clue that presents the similarities in meaning or context. Words used are like, as, similar to, in the same way, likewise, resembling to, and also. Let's jump now into the examples. I love the palate of menudo like my brother who loves the taste of afritada. Now, you may ask me, Sir, parang parehas po sa synonyms ha? O nga, somewhat it's the same as the synonym. However, the difference is there are two persons or two things being compared. And aside from that, there are also guide words that will help you determine if this type is a comparison or sameness clue. Diba? In our example number 1, two foods are being compared. What are those? The menudo and afritada. And the unfamiliar word is palate. So, but the palate of menudo and the taste of afritada. And what is the guide word used? Like. Okay? So that is an example of comparison or sameness clue. So since the unfamiliar word is palate, the meaning of that word is taste. Based on the comparison of the two foods. Naintindihan? Very good. Next example. Ethan is fond of mountain escapade the same way with Joy who goes on beach adventure. So who are the two persons being compared? It's Ethan and Joy. And both of them love adventure. So the unfamiliar word here is escapade. So obviously, the meaning of the word escapade is adventure. Did you get it? Okay, good job. And last but not the least, the inference or general text clue. It's a type of context clue that provides the meaning of unfamiliar words that can be inferred or guessed from the description of the situation. The author provides non-specific clues, often spread over the sentence or number of sentences. Let's read the examples. I wish I had earplugs to avoid vehicles' vociferous noise. The unfamiliar word is vociferous. And the clue given is I wish I had earplugs. So, since the clue is inference, the reader will be the one to guess what the word means from the description of the situation. So based on the clue given, we can say that vociferous means loud noise. Get it? Okay. So we're finally done in discussing all the 7 types of context clues. Let's have a review. We have number 1, synonym or statement clue. Number 2, definition or statement clue. Number 3, antonym or contrast clue. 4, explanation or example clue. 5, cause and effect or reason result clue. 6, comparison or sameness clue. And last but not the least, inference or general text clue. So I hope that by discussing briefly all of these types, you will now have an understanding and an easier time in answering all the learning tasks that are included in our new lesson. But remember kids, if you have questions, don't hesitate to call or message me so that I could give you additional inputs and additional lectures about our topic. Okay? So, after discussing the topic, let's try this. Read each sentence, then write on the blank the unfamiliar word. Choose the letter of the word that has similar meaning. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. The movie star's large and beautiful home was palatial. The choices are ugly, tiny, for dogs, like a palace. Number 2. At the restaurant, we were offered a variety of beverages like milk and iced tea. The choices are bread, silverware, drinks, menus. Number 3. The class decided to exhibit the science project during Parents' Night. The choices are lose, eat, trade, show. Number 4. After the rainstorm, the rainbow lit up the sky with vivid colors. The choices are dark, funny, bright, normal. And number 5. His mother gets anxious if he stays outside after dark. The choices are nervous, silly, happy, sleepy. Let's check your answers. For number 1, the unfamiliar word is palatial. It means letter D, like a palace. Number 2, the unfamiliar word is beverages. It means drinks. For number 3, the unfamiliar word is exhibit. It means show. Number 4, the unfamiliar word is vivid. It means bright. For number 5, the unfamiliar word is anxious. And it means nervous. Good job! So my dear grade 5 pupils, did you get a perfect score? Very good. And right now, I am inviting you to subscribe, like, and share my channel, ang Classroom ni Mad Scientist, and also our school's Facebook page and our school's YouTube channel too. Okay? So class, I hope you enjoyed and did learn a lot from this short video about our next lesson in our English modules for week 3 and 4. And if there are things that are still unclear to you, please don't hesitate to message me and I will assist you. Thank you everyone. And always remember that I am Sir DHEX at your service. God bless you all. Until my next video lesson. Bye-bye!